Chad, if you had the Death Note, don't answer that. I'm going to stop that one before it even gets started. I was going to ask, how would you dispose of it without without incurring the death effects of the Death Note? I've never seen Death Note. Does Light try to dispose of it, but then it keeps coming back like Loki's mask from the Jim Carrey movie The Mask? Like even when he throws it off of like the Brooklyn Bridge, like it just ends up back on his doorstep somehow? No, he loves it. He's all in. Okay. So he's more like Julian from The Mask, who when he gets the mask, he's like, this is my true self. Whereas Stanley Ipkiss was more of like a reluctant vessel for the spirit of Loki, which is why he becomes more of like, he's kind of like a comedy monster instead of being like a just pure demonic energy incarnate. It's kind of like the Santa Claus 3. You know what? I haven't seen that one. Maybe I should. I feel like I've already started watching Christmas movies. It's November the 22nd. Like, I can really knock out, like, a bunch this year. It's just something to do. I don't know. It is heavy Greg Turkington energy. Every time I describe the movie, it's just the year it came out, the two most famous actors in it, and then its runtime. But unironically, we should do March Madeathon this year. I need to find another content creator who has the courage to watch 27 Madea movies with me. We will be accused of misogyny. We might be accused of racism, no matter what we say. Cultural appropriation is a given. We're gonna catch a lot of flack. It might be a career-ruining venture, but I feel a passion inside of me for going through all, like the dude who did all the rainforest cafes and all the Margaritavilles in America. I feel like I can't rest until I've seen all the Madea films and I can categorize them and rank them and speak on them. Is Tyler Perry holding your family hostage? No, you must be thinking of Madea Goes to Prison. She does, I'm going to say it, in a couple of those movies, Madea deserved to go to prison. She did hit another person's kids. You shouldn't even hit your own kids, but I think we can all agree it's worse to hit someone else's kids. Or is it? Because, like, I'm not trying to go down like a confusing path here, okay? It feels like it's worse to, at first blush, it's worse to hit someone else's, it's worse to hit your kid. It's worse to hit someone else's kid. Sorry. Let's just not hit kids. I'm saying, obviously, but Madea already did it and we can't change history, okay? I think it's actually worse to hit your own kid because there's like a sense of like being betrayed by the person that should be in your corner all the time. Hitting someone else's child is also like really bad, but at least it doesn't come with the added sting of like, my dad just hit me. I never really thought about that. I'm not going to do either. I'm just saying it makes you think. You guys are cowards. You would not have made it. You're always like, if I was in ancient Rome, I would be fucking Diogenes. No, you wouldn't, because as soon as we start asking tough questions, your ass drinking out the wine barrel instead of living in it. Oh, distract me, distract me, distract me. Brother, we're figuring out what it means to be human in a society where all the rules are made before we even got here, okay? We're learning something about what it means to be alive, surrounded by other people who, just like us, all feel like the main character, okay? You got to ask yourself tough questions from time to time. You don't have to manifest it into reality, but you ask yourself the tough questions, okay? And that's only one movie. I don't even remember what movie that is. If I was born in ancient Sparta, they would have thrown me off the cliff for real. I think I was a good baby, but as soon as they saw that like I was going to walk on my toes forever, they probably would have killed me. They probably would have chopped my head off. Or they would have had me, like, they would have put me in some job that was considered demeaning in a warrior society. Like, I would have been the guy, like, putting the cloaks on the real warriors before they went to the Battle of Thermopylae. Like, the fucking, the dude who's all bubbled up, you know? I'd be like, Best of luck, Leonidas. Is there any room at the front lines for me this time, Leonidas? We told you, you fucking freak. We told you. You can't come with us, okay? Put my sandals on. All right, Leonidas, good luck. It's a bad day to be Persian. Am I right, Leonidas? Yo, are you still talking? Yo, shut up, man. We're going. That would be me. That would be me for sure. It'd just be me and the soldiers' wives hanging out. They'd be like gossiping and I'd be laughing, and then they'd be like, can you fill this up for me? And I'd be like, yes, of course, my lady. Of course. Like I'm part of the team, but I'm not on like an equal standing, and they're not going to let me forget it. Thank you, librarian, by the way. Thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. I'm that guy, but for NL. It is kind of crazy that you're going through like the 50 nugget challenge and like not even really like recording it. Like that was for content. You're just out here posting a picture of like 5 10-piece nugget boxes. Like, look at what I did. And I'm like, why, man? I mean, more power to you if you got something out of it. It's just for, you're right, it's the love of the game. Callus up that esophagus. Who would care to watch it? I mean, that's what I've been saying for years, but here we are somehow. I'm just a clipper. Don't go down. Don't go down on yourself. Don't get so down on yourself. Not just a clipper. You're an editor too, with a prodigious work rate. It's always like mind-blowing that the shit that I like say today makes it into like a video that goes up on YouTube like tonight. I can't even do that. Like by the time I eat lunch, I'm already behind. Let's give a round of applause to the librarian, by the way. There we go. Oh, stop it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Can I tell you something, by the way? If I ever find myself in like a quote-unquote real public speaking position, I'm going to make you one promise right now. You will not catch me asking how you are in the audience today and then following it up by saying, I can't hear you. It's not going to happen. We must break the cycle, okay? I understand you want to do it to people because people did it to you when you were growing up. Hurt people, hurt people. We got to be strong for the next generation. We, as a generation, can eliminate I can't hear you. They love it. Do you love that bit, people? Come on, let's make a little bit more noise for that bit. Tepid crowd noises. Santa Barbara Real Estate Association, how we doing tonight? Did you like that hypnotist? I told you you'd have to show up early. You're gonna love that hypnotist. The creepy hypnotist? Is that a real bit? A lot of stuff came to mind right away. First thing it's like, hey, everybody, we're going to need some people to come down. If you ever thought that hypnotism would be fun, why not give it a try? I promise nothing weird is going to happen. Then like 5 seconds later, that motherfucker's like, okay, sleep, you're asleep. Now take your socks off. Take your fucking socks off. Take them off. Your feet are hotter than they've ever been in your entire life. Take your socks off. Your feet are burning. They're on fire. They're on fire. You gotta the socks are made of pure lava. They're cast iron pans that have been in the oven for 8 hours. Take the socks off. Take them off. You take your socks off. Take your socks off. Grab this pencil with your toes. You've got an overwhelming urge to grab this pencil with your toes. Please stop. No, man. No, it's not going to be happening today. Hang on here for a second. Singing in the bathtub, sitting all alone, tearing out a tonsil just like a baritone. What is wrong with this guy? Singing lots of songs, singing in the bathtub is like righting all your wrongs.